Okay. On to the starting grid. P1. Pole position is Jerry, followed by T7. Drillers. Strong performance by Jerry. In P3 is Officer, driving for Williams. That's good performance. And Ari, who was ripped off, should I say. Followed by N-Mates, who had difficulty in the rain in Q3. And then followed by Mark in 6th place.
P7 we have Casper, and P8 we have Samuch. P9 Speed with an unfortunate qualifying session for him. P10 Alhambra. So P11 Svelter and P12 Adian. Onto the pit lane starters: Scythe, El Mundo, Shrush, Nitro, and Senna.
Thank you for watching the Australian Grand Prix qualifying. Stay tuned to see the Australian Grand Prix race. It will be very interesting. We have 2 strong competitors, maybe even more from who will be starting from pits. So thank you. Right. It's lights out and away we go for the Australian Grand Prix. Jerry from pole position, followed by T7, and pit starters are now allowed to go. Jerry holding on to P1 so far, followed by T7, the old drivers champion. And that's an Alpine who spun out and lost his front wing. It's going to be a major setback for Alpine. But no, there's a McLaren who spun out and crashed somewhere. That's a safety car, I believe. All the cars are now bunched up, but they're somehow overtaking the race leader. That's going to be interesting for the FIA to talk about and discuss, penalties wise. But Jerry's just been left behind completely. But flags are now green and racing can resume. Senna is now leading the pack, and Jerry is just falling down all the way to the back of the pack. Apart from that one Red Bull driver who's behind. Senna with a comfortable gap with 2 seconds to N-Mate sets the fastest sector 1, and nope, N-Mate just takes that off him. Green sectors everywhere. Senna goes wide, and N-Mate, no, he goes off the track actually, not wide, but N-Mate manages to steal P1 and all the cars just overtake Senna. Okay, Nitro, P4 trying to catch up to the top 3. He's got a lot of work to put in if he wants to do that. But N-Mate is comfortably in P1, but is under a lot of pressure. So if he can just relax, keep this pace. Actually, no, they are just catching up relentlessly. Okay, yep. Feel sorry for N-Mate, but no, Jerry goes off the track. But Senna, okay, he goes off track again. Warning for him, maybe, I don't know, but I don't think that game did any time, so it's fine. But Senna, Jerry is catching up to Senna. This isn't looking good for N-Mate though, because they are catching up to him as well. Alright, and N-Mate just concedes and goes completely off. In the pits, N-Mate goes. Jerry comes around the final corner, followed, and nope, Senna is in front. I just failed with my English in like 10 seconds, even that's the language I learned. I know, in fact, I was. What happened to N-Mate? I have no idea myself. He just hopped out the car, now he's back in the car. Okay. Nope, he's hopped back out of the car. I believe that's a retirement for N-Mate. I have no idea what happened, so we'll have to wait till after the race to find out. But Senna, leading with an 8-second gap, sets the fastest lap, but no, he has to pit. So in the pits he goes. I think he would probably be best for him to go on the hard so he can pull off the softs after. Nitro comes in pits as well. Sam, 10th place. Not looking good for him either. But Jerry just manages to take P1 off of Senna. I believe. Has he already pit? I have no idea. But I think he actually needs to pit. Oh, maybe he actually does not need to pit. Well, we'll see later. But Jerry is now leading. T7 coming back from the undead. Interesting. Could he hold it? No, he cannot, because the McLaren, AlphaTauri, and Ferrari are now battling for P1. Jerry just inching closer and closer to the McLaren. Ferrari waiting patiently for a mistake to happen. Jerry goes off track a tiny bit. Doesn't look like it's enough to mess him up though. He's on the hards, so he'll need to. I think he'll be able to stay out just a tiny bit longer, which might get the undercut off, but we'll have to wait and see. But Nitro trying to fight him for P2, pulls out ahead of him, but Jerry takes the position back and Senna goes off track again. Right, so Nitro now steals P2 and Jerry goes wide at the final corner. And in comes Senna to pit for what compound exactly? Nitro comes in as well. Very close between these two. Jerry now is comfortable in P1. He's still on his old set of hards, so he'll have to come in as well. So Senna and Nitro are now fighting for a net P1. Through the chicane they go. Nitro just inching slowly, but I think Senna has him covered off. No. Yep, Nitro just made a mistake. Okay. And Jerry will be needing to pit soon for, I believe, softs. And yes, in comes. Right. I believe that's softs for Jerry. Now we should see Senna and Nitro coming down the final straight. Yes, they do. So the undercut did not work for him. I think the overcut actually works better here. But Nitro goes wide. Is that enough for Senna to get through? No, it is not. Senna inching slowly. Nitro just holding him off. He cannot afford to make a mistake or he will get overtaken. But no, Senna just with the grip goes through. No, he does not. It looked like for a second he actually managed to get P1. The Senna holding on to Nitro. Nitro's the fastest lap as it stands. The old World Drivers Champion, 4th place, not looking good. But there's a lot of more competition in this season. Nitro trying to build the gap between Senna. It's officially 1 second now. No! Senna has overtaken. I do not know what corner that was. But Jerry says the fastest sector 2. And he now has the fastest lap. But there's 1 lap left. Senna can hold on to this. Technically means that McLaren will be the strongest team starting the season. Yeah, Jerry needs a miracle to win. I think this has just thrown away his race completely. I've no idea what happened. Was it the safety car? Was it strategy? Was the hards a big mistake? I think it was. But 1 second gap might just be enough for Senna to grab P1. Nitro Just trying to claw back, but I don't think it's working for him, honestly. Down the first DRS straight they go. Of course, Nitro's DRS, but it is not working for him. Few of the final corners through. Okay, my English is broken. And Senna looks like he's bringing it home for McLaren. Can he? Down the final straight, assuming he does not bottle it. And that's P1 for McLaren. Senna wins the Australian Grand Prix. The first race of the season has been won by McLaren. Ferrari P2, Jerry P3. I think Jerry is going to be very angry about that one. Senna's now gone onto the gravel, almost hits the wall. That would be interesting if he actually did. But Senna has won T7, the World Drivers' Champion. P4, Mark Drian still out on track. Sector 2, I believe. Down the first DRS, and he goes. Goes wide onto the sausage curb. I think he's just given up. I mean, he technically does have P4, P5 no matter what happens. Sam comes in to finish P6. He's been lapped, I believe, like two, 3 times. But down goes the final straight for Mark, and he takes home P5 for Alpine. Interesting result for this race. Very unexpected. A pit starter actually won the race. Joe just got screwed over by the safety car strategy and everything. So I think Haas was definitely a mistake for him. But that rounds it up for the Australian Grand Prix.